All right, we are live. And shut up. Wait, what? Oh, your blood pressure. I'm like, what is your BP? Your blood pressure, girl. So hold on. Let me just check something. I gotta remove something from Nightbot real quick. But I'm gonna pull cards. I haven't pulled any cards. I grabbed a few decks too, by the way. But why, when I was reading your question? Wait, Anila, are you in here before I start talking? Where is it? Okay. So why I was getting like drinking, I mean, I know that's part of the question, but like real drinking problems. Like, um, hold on, sorry. So I'm gonna pull cards because I feel like he's so. All right, so this is what I'm gonna say. What I was getting was lying. So how to say it? Like okay. So because you know what I was getting, he was lying, not to be like, how the fuck do I put this? Obviously he's lying to you, but it's more so because he doesn't want you to know that he has a drinking problem. That's how I could put it. So it's not like he was doing it in like, I mean he is lying, but it's not like he's doing it to spite you. There you go. He's not doing it to spite you. He's doing it more so because he's embarrassed that he has a drinking problem. And I feel like you're gonna be noticing things coming up with him where he's gonna like he's not gonna be able to hide it anymore. So let me pull cards. Let's see. Hi everyone, welcome in. Please like the stream. All right, let's see. So does that make sense to you? Like how I'm putting it? It's not like he's trying to spite you. He's not trying to spite you. He's literally trying to um like almost embarrassed that he has no control. He's been so weird, strange. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, when somebody's trying to hide, basically an addiction. I don't think it's reached addiction per se just yet, but I think it's getting there. Oh, he does. He's got an addiction issue, fighting demons. This. Oh yeah. So that makes sense. All right. So let's see. Give me some cards. What's going on here? Let me go to your original. I remember. Yeah, because I was already getting like downloads, but I forgot. Oh, how he's gonna feel. Okay. What's gonna happen when you confront him? What's gonna happen if she confronts him? What is gonna happen here? So I feel like I kind that was more so answering your second question, but I'm still gonna do your second question, obviously. The strength reverse, the ten of pentacles reverse. Girl, I feel like he's gonna feel, how do you say that? Yo, you know, this is gonna sound, I don't know. I feel like it'll make sense to you. He's gonna feel like you stripped him naked. Like so, like he's is almost exposed, but like in a way where it's like a strange, like how do you say that? Like, let's say like you were in a shower, like in a hotel, and somebody walked in the room that was not supposed to be there. Like that's what I feel is he feels exposed, like butt naked. Like he's like fuck. He was up drinking till 6 a.m. and he's gonna be hungover. Oh yeah, yeah. Like the Eight of Pentacles with the Fool. I feel like he's gonna come off as, so with the Strength card being in the reverse. That tells me that his ego is like on a high. He's gonna feel so exposed because he does not want you to see that he's like losing control right now. I feel like with the Eight of Pentacles and the Fool here has like a smile on their face. Like, I don't really give a fuck, like, whatever, right? But this is the thing, we know that he does because there's embarrassment here. Show me the Fool. Clarify this Fool. Clarify the Fool. He's gonna for sure deflect from it. He's gonna say he doesn't. Show me the Fool. Show me the Fool here. The Ace of Pentacles with the Six of Pentacles. Girl, and you know what I think started this? Like, he may have been like just chilling with some homies, like let's say after a class, like he decided to chill with some homies, and then from there it just spiraled. Like, these could be people that like drink on any occasion, right? Um, like like they'll use any reason to drink, right? So that's what I feel like started this spiral, because it does feel like there was other people involved, and I'm not getting like women or nothing like that. I'm just getting like, could have been friends from school, um could have been like friends from school, could have just been friends in general. Like, show me more on this. You know what's crazy? I have a lot of pentacles out here because I have the Ten of Pentacles reversed, I have the Eight of Pentacles, the Ace of Pentacles, the Six of Pentacles. There's a lot of pentacles, so money is definitely involved. Like the Two of Pentacles is here. You know, he's somebody that, so has he had drinking problems before? Hi everyone, welcome in. Right, right. He said he had a meeting for something at the university that day, but the bank statement. Let me see. Was there a meeting? He has had drinking problems, but that's what I think it is. I do feel like there was, yeah. So this is what I'm gonna say. The meeting was a group of friends, and I believe that it had to do with work, because again, I have the Ace of Pentacles here, so I was trying to figure out what the Ace of Pentacles was. So I do feel like it had to do with something with work, where they were gonna have like an exchange of things, maybe like, talk about the class, talk about whatever it was, right? I don't feel like the meeting was like a meeting with like a counselor or like you know uh like a school official or something like that. No, I do feel like he was not clear about the meeting. Like, he omitted, he didn't lie. He was meeting with people that had to do with school, friends from school, and I feel like that's where like drinking happened. And I do feel like he's been in this energy. See, he's trying to keep it from you because you're showing up as the Queen of Pentacles. And it's crazy because this Queen of Pentacles reminds me when I think you just recently wore a red shirt and you had your hair down. And why is he trying to keep this low? So if he had you know what I'm getting? If he feels like you would expose him to his mom. You would expose him to his mom. Show me this. Nah, he was drinking. Yeah, for sure. Show me this. No, because he's spending it on the drinking. So that's what I said. Like, I asked you if it was addiction because that's what I was getting. And I feel like it's like now he's at a place where he could this could be reversed because I don't feel like he's like I said, I don't feel like he's reached full addiction, but I feel like he's reaching a point where he's gonna be lying about certain things where expenses are going, but it's going to drinking. And I think it's because he does not want to expose that he's like falling into this cycle. Show me this. The Page of Swords reversed. See, he doesn't want to be exposed. Oh, why? What is this? So the Three of Pentacles reversed and the Justice. All right, so you know what I'm getting? All right, so this is what I'm getting. Whether you expose it to his mom or not, this is what I'm getting. I feel like he knows that you see through him. How I could put you like a summary real quick with so far the cards that I have. He knows that he's putting on. He knows that he puts on this front, right? Like because the Strength card is reversed, so that means to me, like it's ego here, right? I feel like he puts on this front, like he's stable. He is this, maybe I don't know if he calls himself a high value man. I'm just using that phrase. And that, again, like he's stable, he is secure, you know, he's this leader, right? But you see through him and admitting to you right now, like, yo, I have a drinking problem is going to kind of show you that he's not this perfect being that he portrays to be. So it's in a way like you with the Justice card being here. Like for me, what I'm getting with this Page of Swords reverse, the Three of Pentacles reverse, and the Justice card, you are gonna feel you. It's like he's giving you this. How do I like he's so him admitting this to you or like being open about this. It kind of gives you this is how he thinks. Not saying that you would do this, right, or think this way, because I feel like you will be more helpful than actually being like in your ego, right? So he's projecting. He feels like you will be like, yeah, you see, you're not fucking perfect. Um, so, um, yeah, exactly. So I feel like that's what he doesn't want to give you. It's almost like you'll get your justice by him admitting that he has flaws, right? So I feel like that's definitely a thing here for him. Show me more because, like I said, you're still wifey here. You're the Queen of Pentacles, but I feel like and like I said, you will nurture him. You will be nurturing to him, but he doesn't see it that way. Show me more. Girl, I feel like wait, that was like 100 cards that came. I mean, not 100, but like half a deck. Hold on. Show me more. Show me how is he gonna feel when she exposes him? The King of Swords. There you go. Show me more. The Four of Cups, though. Girl, and this Four of Cups looks like a sad puppy. Like when a dog has his tail in his butt. The Page of Pentacles. Girl, you're gonna take him off his for whatever reason he doesn't think you have noticed. The Page of Pentacles reverse tells me he is gonna feel like not so grounded, and the Two of Wands here, I don't. So he's gonna show up to me. I feel like when you, if and when you confront this, he's gonna maybe show aggression. Okay, um, The Nine of Pentacles with the Moon. Yeah, he's gonna be maybe like aggressive, not in a way where he's like gonna hurt you, or but maybe with his words, like being very cutthroat. The only thing I will say though, this king in this deck, the King of Swords has his sword down, so he may not be as cutthroat as he normally could be. Um, because I feel, again, I'm getting that exposed energy. Like he does not know what to do, because I feel like he's not predicting that you're finding this out. Anything else? I want to see. What's gonna happen? All right, once she confronts him, what is his gonna be? Okay, the Hermit. What is gonna be the result? Where she confronts him? What is he gonna do? All right, the Hermit, the Hangman, the Knight of Wands reversed. Okay, one more. So I feel like, I'm gonna tell you. Okay, I feel like you confronting him is actually gonna do him better. Okay, I think that you confronting him is actually going, even if he doesn't outright say it, it's gonna make him go like reflect. Okay, it's gonna make him reflect, like reflect deeply, because I have the Hermit with the Hangman and the Knight of Wands. So the Knight of Wands reversed to me, we're not really moving anywhere. We're kind of just gonna sit here. So I feel like you're gonna have him in his head. Um, and then I see a he. So then I see him with the Two of Wands. To me, I'm like, okay, what is he planning? Like once she confronts him, he's gonna go into this mode, right? Like being reflective. What does he do? What is his plan? And I got the Star, the King, the King of Cups, and the Ace of Cups. So for me, it does feel like, I feel like you confronting him may push him to heal whatever this emotional disaster he has within him. It kind of is showing up as like healing. So it's almost like he needs you to confront him right now, because like I said, I feel like with the energy, like what I'm getting intuitively, there's like I think he's noticed himself that he's been doing a lot of drinking. So maybe in the past, like he did it, casually, but I think lately he's noticed his own spiral in drinking. Um, so that's what I'm getting for the first question. Let me go into your second one. Even though we kind of touched base on it, but I still want to see what else you get from this. So again, it's like showing a more of like I'm embarrassed than I'm trying to lie, because I'm being sneaky. Why is he lying? Yeah, you can email the question. Wait, is that your second question? That he was gaslighting? Can you hear me now? How's the sound for you guys? Up to where did you hear, Anila? I answered basically. So do you want to ask anything else? Because I mean, yeah, yeah, that's fine. Because I feel like we already kind of answered. While you do that, I want to see something with this other deck that I have. It's called What Lies Beneath. I want to see. Show me Jabbar here. What's going on with him? Look, destroyed, shattered, broken, fucked up. Didn't I say? No, the Yahoo account. Um, yeah, for anything tarot is the Yahoo account unless I'm sending an audio. My Gmail account is only really for I, all right, let me go back. Yeah, just use a Yahoo account, my bad. Um, so destroy, shatter, broken, fucked up. So this is what I'm saying. Once you kind of expose him, yeah, it puts him in that fuck. Girl, bank failure. Kick to the curb, which is what's happening now. Check yourself. It's gonna, yeah, this for me is him. Like he's gonna once you expose him, he's gonna check himself. It's like what I was saying, yeah. Let me just get one more from this copycat anger management. You know what this copycat comes from? Remember how I said like being out with friends? Like he knows he probably should not be drinking as much, but he's just in a sense being a follower right now. Yeah, that's what I'm getting. Let me go to your question. Your question. That's what I got with that. What's his future actions after this? Like he stopped his cab. His BS. His BS. What are your future actions? Um. All right. So we have the Queen of Cups, the Five of Swords reversed. Okay. And the Sun. So I do see a positive change once, like I was saying, like once you expose him, like you, basically he feels exposed, there is going to be a positive change here. I feel like, show me more. Yeah, like the Three of Pentacles, the Empress, Six of Pentacles, with the Page of Swords. Girl, what do you, all right, so I have to, because I keep getting his mom's energy in here, and I asked if this was someone else. It's not a romantic person. It's his mom. Do you communicate with her? Because for whatever reason, I don't know why he feels like he is afraid of being exposed to her. Like he's afraid that you're gonna go tell her, that you're gonna share this information. Whoever. So if it's not his mom, if there's someone in his life that I guess he considers could be parent like, or someone that he does not want to disappoint outside of you, you don't talk to them. So there's something here about not wanting to disappoint. And again, I don't get it's another woman. Okay, so is this Anila then? Is this also Anila? Okay, I have the star. That is a yes for me. So with the King of Cups here. So I feel the thing with him is you're gonna have to be on alert. Um, her whole message typed up this morning. Yeah, I feel like look, the lovers is here. So I feel like with him, you're gonna have to be on alert with the High Priestess showing up because I feel like see the thing with him is he's really I feel like he has it easy he's it's really easy for him to portray, right? So he may try to portray like, okay, I'm getting my shit together, but I think that you can, like, just, I feel like with him you will have to like kind of like keep an eye on him for a little bit, because I do think that the drinking issue has become a little too heavy, and it comes from emotional pain from him, like that he has not exposed to himself. So what he does is, I feel like it almost feels to me like he may have started to go and like, when like, I always say, when you look, the part of healing is looking at yourself in the mirror, right? And just being honest and truthful with yourself. I think that he started to do that, and it freaked him out. And then, just in the sense of that, then someone, going out with the friends from school to drink, it just so happened to happen at the same time, if that makes sense. Yeah, so you see, so he has the access to it. Yeah, I feel like he was going, like, this Five of Pentacles. Show me the Five of Pentacles. Girl, look, with the King of Swords and the Seven of Wands, what I was saying, I feel like when he started to, maybe like, he started to kind of like almost like address these things, it freaked him out, and he went into like, head over heart, being cold, and it caused a challenge. So he felt like he was, how do you say this, like in a really hard place. It just so happened at the same time. It's kind of one of those things where it's like, let's just say, like, I'm using something else for context. Like, you're at the store, and you know you're short $20, and then you go outside and the $20 are right on the floor. It's kind of like he just was, I need to clear my head, and then there you go, the bar was on his way, and he went in there. But it feels like he's now made it a habit. So I feel like, intuitively, I think that you kind of know him. Like, I feel like, and he knows that. So like I said, you see right through him. It's just, I think that he tries to lie to himself that you don't, but you do, or he tries to like forget that you do for a moment, because the High Priestess to me sees everything, and you're showing up as that. So I think it all comes down to, I do feel like once you expose it, he will try to make changes. I just think right now there is a little bit of temptation. You got the physical evidence, exactly. And it's a good thing that you kind of have the physical evidence, because we know he will probably, like, yeah. So I feel like he will make some changes. I just think right now he is in, like, again, temptation is really high for him, and it comes down to drinking. Stays hidden from, yeah, he knows it. And I think that that's why I'm like, he tries, it's kind of silly that he tries to pretend like it's not happening, but he knows that you know. Let me just pull from this, and then, oh, that was in it. Where is it at? Oh, here it goes. Girl, look at the card that came out. I pulled from the Dark Confessions. When I read your question earlier, I was like, I want to. It says, I cannot listen to your voice. It affects my soul. So I feel like when you speak truth to him, yeah, he's gonna be a little bit more, like I said, like in that King of Swords energy, initially. You're the light to his darkness, and I feel like, um look, I am embarrassed by my actions and feel disgusted with myself. And then we have, I don't want to be contacted right now. I wish to be left alone, which is that hermit mode. Let him be, because I feel like I said, your light. irritates his darkness. So I feel like let him be. And I think that lately your light has been maybe a little brighter, and it's affects him. And it's not him, it's his dark side, because his light side does not is not affected. It's affected in a good way. His dark side is the one that's kind of right now putting up a fight to stay. Yeah. So if you've been in a more like positive, like, and I always say like not that like toxic positivity, but like more like light energy, kind of not feeling so erratic and stuff like that, it is, yeah, it irritates his soul. And like I said, it's not necessarily his light, it's his, yeah. Yeah, so that's what I have for you, boo. Does that give you clarity? I feel like it's almost like he was at on the verge of like clearing up any past like emotional loss, and then like I said, his dark side just is putting up a fucking fight. I'm surprised like the seven of cups or like the judgment reverse didn't come out. There are certain things which I'm okay with that, because it does feel like he is more clear than clouded. So that's why I said like it's you confronting this is, it's possibly at the best time than you um maybe letting it go for a while. I would say if you are, be more in your Queen of Cups energy, because you didn't come up as the Queen of Swords. You came up as the Queen of Cups and the Empress. So they're kind of more like light. Talk to him instead of fighting. Talk to him and then see where that goes, and then just go from there. Because I feel like he is very if you are come to him combative, he's that gives him fire. Where if you give him more nurturing, even if he kind of shows up as the King of Swords, internally it confuses him. So right now, like what I'm saying is like almost like if he's being toxic, meet him with kindness, right, as much as you can, so you could balance out that energy. Because if you meet him with aggression, that gives him actually more fire. When you don't, it fucks his head up, but in a way where he's like, because there's the thing, if you're not fighting back in his, eventually like he starts to feel like kind of like stupid if he is. He can't tell his head from his, yeah. Girl, yeah. Right now it's like there's, like I said, I'm the only thing that I can say like I'm happy about is that I didn't get those like the Eight of Swords, the Judgment Reverse, the Seven of Cups, like the Two of Swords. We didn't get any of those. So it's like for me, I feel like right now the direction can actually head into a more positive direction. And you're welcome, boo. Let me know if you have anything else to clarify. You can email me. I'll send it to you. Alrighty. So, alright, let me see. Sunshine. Okay. Um. So, what's your So, I just need to know a specific question on like with them. Like, do you want to know what's their energy towards you, or um, like general energy? See how I'm gonna approach this? Yeah. Yeah, meditate it through, and even if you decide not to do it today, I always say like maybe get a freaking piece of paper and like and get a piece of paper and like write all the like aggression, what I call the fuck you letters, like curse him the fuck out in the letter, but then get that aggression out so then you can communicate clearly. Because I feel like when you communicate clearly, it kind of like I said, it kind of just, to me, it transmutes the energy more than it, because aggression is just, it's just feeding like fuel to the fire. So it's more for you, not for him. All right, let's see, sunshine. Um, and my connection with I guess their energy towards me will work. Okay, so let's see. What cards do I want to use? Okay, what is their energy towards And hi everyone. Y'all know that I do not talk while I'm doing readings. Um, and thank you, Jess. All right, the Nine of Swords, the Eight of Cups, the Queen of Wands. Okay, the Lovers is here. All right, so I have a question for you, Sunshine. Do you feel like lately you've been looking over your shoulder? Like, are you having a hard time trusting people right now? What is their energy? Okay, the Page of Cups. And the Six of Cups. Yeah, because I get really good energy from them. So you feel like you can't depend on them. So that could be why that looking over your shoulders is. So I was just wondering like what that was. So because I feel like their energy towards you. Um so you're showing up as the Queen of Wands here, right? Which for me, the Queen of Wands, so I first have the Nine of Swords and the Eight of Cups, and then the Queen of Wands. I knew automatically that was you. The Nine of Swords for me is like there's worry, there could be anxiety, like having sleepless nights in your head, like unable to like, kind of restless, right? And I feel then the Eight of Cups is here. This Eight of Cups, he's like walking like away from like those like the baggage, right? Negative could be the negative thoughts, could be like the anxiety, could be the restlessness. But in this Eight of Cups, he's looking over his shoulder, like he's looking back. Um, and I feel like you said, I just feel like I always show up for them regardless of what I got going on, but they don't show up for me. Yeah, so that's what I felt here too. I feel like, so you're showing up as the Queen of Wands, right? So to me, the Queen of Wands is like everything. Like she's confident, she has it going on, right? She's secure, um she's like the go-getter, she's the action taker, she's that, right? I feel like in the friendship, they do feel a lot like a connection with you, but I want to, is this Six of Cups them? Is this Six of Cups them? So they're showing up as a Page of Cups, which is a big difference from a queen, right? A page is a big difference. It's almost like the mother and the kid, or like the big sister and the little sisters. Yeah. So, and the High Priestess with the Two of Swords here. So I feel like they're, maybe when it comes to, show me this Two of Swords real quick. Show me the Two of Swords. See, the Empress, they have more growing up to do is what I'm getting here. because you're already, again, you're already more, you're showing up as more mature than them. So where they're showing up as, in their eyes, they feel like they're in alignment with you. And with the lovers being here, is like, to me it feels like the connection is good, they're not seeing anything wrong. So I feel it's usually like a sibling dynamic, and they can definitely be, yes, exactly. And that's that, so that's what I'm saying, they're showing up as pages, so they're kids. And I was gonna say like big sister, right? And like they're showing up as kids, they still have more growing up to do. It's not that they don't, I'm gonna say like, it's not that they don't it's not worship that I'm looking for. What is the word I'm looking for? It's not that they don't love you, or that they don't, care about the connection or the relationship, I should say. It's more so they can't see things the way that you do. So while you're pouring into them, they, in my eyes, they're showing up as like they think they're pouring back into you. Okay? And I feel like it's childlike energy, because again, the 6 of cups is like childlike. It's very like, we still need some growing up to do. And with the high priestess, the 2 of swords, and the empress, I feel like they're, like I said, they're still having a lot of growing up to do. They can, and the crazy thing about it is that they can actually show up as like very mature, but I feel like they're not tapping into like their higher selves, or like their higher beings. um I've been battling depression low key for a little while now, and I keep trying to express how I'm feeling, but they move like they don't care. Yeah, I don't think they understand. That's what I was gonna say. It's not necessarily like, it's not that they don't care. I don't think they understand. I don't think they're understanding what's happening in the level that you would, because like I said, you're showing up as like way more higher levels, like levels above them. um I feel like it could also be too, what I'm getting here. So if you're the one that is the one that shows, you know how they say like check on your strong friend. So if you've always been the strong one, I do feel like it's a little harder for people to come through. um and it's not like it's hard not to take that personal, because I've been there too. But then, when you realize that you're so ahead of people, when it comes to mindset, when it comes to, even like being, um maturity, it's really hard. It's almost like you're, like I said, you're kind of like steps way ahead of them, they're catching up. Oh yeah, yes, I'm always a strong friend. God forbid I have a bad day. Yeah. Yeah, and if somebody who, one thing I learned too, I just want to see if this friend that has, I just want to see. All right, the Page of Pentacles with the Five of Cups and the Knight of Cups. Well, the Knight of Cups and the Five of Cups. You know what I feel? All right, so I'm asking about your friend, the one that actually like battles with depression, right? Like I'm asking like like what is her, like how is she feeling about things, right? Like how, like what do we need to know about her, right? um I feel like um it's almost like, and I'm gonna be honest with you, okay? I feel like she does not want to deal with it because it's too much for her. Again, she's showing up as a page. So even though she deals with depression, right? She's not, I'm gonna keep using this word because it's what keeps coming up. She's not mature enough to help someone with it. Okay? So it's like she said, I can offer you this cup, but that's all I have. So it could just be like something really small. Um, and I feel like a lot of times too, she's flowing with a lot of emotions. I think that so yeah, it feels like she's just like, I don't know how to deal with it. So I can't help you. Um, yeah. So that's why right now too, like you have a choice, like with the lovers being here, that's the card of choice, and so is the two of swords. Of deciding like if these are connections that you want to continue. And I feel like that was coming up in that came up in one of your recent readings where I said be mindful of people too, because sometimes that energy that you're feeling may not be yours. And now that you say that, like you've been by her side through her crap this past month in particular, you could easily, and I'm telling you this because that has happened to me, you could easily like that depression that you found yourself in may not be yours. Her energy may have transferred to you. So I would definitely say, like, stop being there for her. Because I had to cut off a friend because of that. I feel like every time I talk to her, like, I was in anxiety. And I'm like, yo, I don't even, I had not experienced anxiety sun card in like 2 years and a half. And this year I experienced it a few times. And then once I started to really notice where it was coming from, and that's why I feel like that's one of this. Yeah, I will still learn how to block your energy from her. Like you got to interact with her, cool, but learn how to close off your energy to her because she could literally be leeching off of your energy. That makes sense to me now with your last reading as to why you're feeling this way. Um, because you're showing up as the Queen of Wands, and that's the thing. Like you keep showing up as, you never show up as like a page or a knight. Even in those readings, you kept showing up as a queen, an empress, like high priestess. And I feel like it's not coming from you. I can tell you that you're that energy that you're having in you, like that anxiety or depression, like it's not yours. And I'm not saying that to make you feel better, but it's really not yours. I just want to clarify something. Girl, I just literally told Spirit, what does she need to do? The freaking Nine of Wands, guard your energy. Your energy is way too exposed. And remember, you deal with clients too, okay? And that's why I was like, yo, you deal with clients, you're dealing with people, you live with people. It's not yours. Like, I know, look, the Page of Cups, that to me is give only a little bit. Just give. If you're you're used to being a person that kind of listens and stuff like that, cool, but try to block out that energy. And yeah, like the Five of Wands, show me this Five of Wands. Girl, the freaking devil with the Emperor. Again, this is about blocking out negative energy. And again, I don't say the negative energy like the you know like the toxic, oh, be positive, like, but no, more so like guard yourself. How you guard yourself, I can tell you how you shield yourself. So I mean, it's more simple than you probably think, right? Me, I'm quick to be like, okay, like I don't mind being there for people, but I feel like if we're gonna be repeating the same shitty story over and over and you're not doing anything about it, I'm not hearing you out after 2 or 3 times. Like you got like 3 times to bring up the same topic with me and I'm done with it. And I'll straight up say it. Like, unless you're about to do something about it, I don't want to hear about it again. Because people will, not only that, but you're gonna help your friends and your family, whoever, to get out of that funk. Um, I'm the type of person I've always told my friends, like, I'm not really like that anymore, but I could be that person that I will find myself in, like, repeating the same story over and over and over and over. And then you're finding yourself in, like, the same energy, right? And I've told my friends, if you hear me, like, repeating a story, especially if it's negative, like stop me, check me. So that's what I would say. Like you have to that in a way. That's how you will guard yourself. Like I would say externally, right? Knowing that you know what, like I'm not gonna keep having this conversation with this person. I will also say try to look and see like pay attention to how you feel after you interact with certain people. That's how you're gonna tell who's who and who's what and who's pulling really like leeching off of your energy. So it's like, you know, sometimes a client could be feeling sad. You're probably empathetic and you pick up on energy. You probably, I don't know if you know that, but so again, if you're feeling good and then suddenly you start to feel drained or exhausted or like sad, just check and see when that happened because it could, like I said, it could just be the other person's energy. So those are ways that you can like, I would say like shield yourself is like to kind of like pay attention to how you feel after you interact with certain people. Don't share nothing with them. Yeah, don't, because you know what, that's one thing I learned too. The less you tell fucking people, the better. The better. Yeah, so I would definitely say like, cause I kept getting that like in your readings. I'm like, yo, I don't see that you have something to work on outside of just getting yourself out of that energy. Like, if there was something that I felt like I would tell you, I just feel like, again, you're exposed to a lot of different energies. Um, a lot of different energies. So, kind of just like, just pay attention. Like I said, pay attention to the people that you interact with. If you're feeling good and you, even if the client is like, you know, in her best speed, like, you know, bubbly and stuff, sometimes people don't tell us what's going on. I know I interact with clients all the time. So you could just, so that you know, or even if a client like expresses like some heaviness to you, then you know to be tell yourself like, okay, like this is not mine. That's how you will know how to like, if you interacted with someone, just pay, like I said, pay attention to how you feel. And if you know, if you know that energy is not coming from you, then just send it back. Like say this is not my energy, I send it back. Like that's it. Um Cleanses, I don't really do spiritual cleanses anymore outside of like affirming, to be honest. But a thing that I used to do a lot before that used to help me a lot, and that's it's funny because today I was like, I'm gonna do this. I like to light white candles. So it's something that I started doing like during COVID. Like I would light white candles to like, just for me, I think they're just, and that's just my belief. But white candles for me at the end of the day always felt like, I don't know, like when I, even when I started going back into the office, it was even actually prior to COVID, when I would come home from work because I dealt with dealing with people like working in the office. I would light white candles, and for some reason, I just feel like they kind of like leveled out my energy. So I would say like if you're gonna do anything, like just, again, spiritual practices that I do, because I feel like to me is our mind is definitely like clear, you know, say that it's not my energy. I'm gonna have a nice little, you know, I'm gonna have a nice little night to relax. I will also say like eating nurturing things um like fruits. I don't know if you're into fruits, but for some reason I feel like when I'm eating a little bit more clean, my energy is also like more balanced. Um Music is also another way to get grounded. So if I could say like getting grounded, like getting grounded. So I would definitely say music. Like don't be listening to like no fuck these bitches and stuff like that. I mean you can, but I would definitely say like music, like upbeat music, music that makes you feel good, right? That, and I would say also watching something funny at the end of the day. When I was really depressed, like years ago, like when I was going through this breakup, like not my last relationship, the relationship before that, you know what's so crazy? I used to fucking go to sleep depressed and wake up depressed. And one night I watched Wildin' Out, and um, I watched Wildin' Out, and I swear to you, I watched Wildin' Out and fell asleep, and I was laughing my ass off. The next day, literally, I just I didn't feel depressed anymore. I mean, I still had like my moments throughout the day, but then like, I was like, you know what, I told myself every night I'm gonna watch something funny, and I did. And I was watching Wildin' Out, and I I honestly feel like that helped heal that depression and sadness that I had. Yeah, say that's not my energy. Yup. Yo, I'm telling you, like, I remember like 2 years ago, really quickly. I want to say, yeah, 2 years ago. I remember like that's the first time that I had not felt anxiety in like 6 months. And my best friend called me. One of my best friends called me that her son got injured at a football game, and she was like crying and stuff like that. And when we got off the phone, like I felt so anxious, and I was like, but I didn't put two and two together. Like I went home, and then my parents got stuck somewhere. I had to go pick them up. I felt anxious, and let me tell you, then I really realized, I was like, no, that was her energy. That wasn't even mine. And I was like, yeah, this is not my energy. You don't got to go back to her, but it's definitely not going to stay stuck with me. Yeah, you see like funny stuff like that. Yeah, have a night routine. I feel like night routines can really like honestly help you out in the morning because you go to sleep with that. So like even to remember how I said to record your affirmations, like I record my affirmations in two tones. In a light tone, like where I'm like, kind of like how I'm talking now, and then I do one in like a more upbeat tone. And at nighttime, I like to listen to them like more mellow, and in the morning, I listen to them like that. And I would say too, like play those affirmations in your ear. Um, Even find like one of those rampages that like you could just play in the background that are more positive. Like do that, or like even like sounds, because I feel like that your brain is everything. So yeah. Yeah, do that. Have a night routine. And I feel like when I don't have my night routine, or I don't even have a routine, my life feels chaotic. So yeah. Yeah, because I remember that reading where I was like, yo, I don't really see anything specific. No, we're trying to find something, but I think you're just being your energy is too exposed. So I hope that was helpful, some card. All right, Gypsy, you can post, and I'm not rushing you, some card, if you have another question. And journal too. Like I gotta do so this Friday we're gonna have another membership live, but it's gonna be a little bit earlier because I have clients Friday. I felt that other night because I was watched true crime videos. Girl, yeah, I had to stop watching those too late at night because I was watching like remember like in September I was watching a lot of like the 9/11 stuff, like stories, and I had to stop because I was like, oh my god, I'm so fucking anxious. All right, let's see. What are Libra's feelings towards Gypsy? What are your feelings towards Gypsy? All right, the Nine of Wands, the Wheel of Fortune. You're welcome. The King of Pentacles. The Three of Cups. The Six of Cups. The Ace of Pentacles. Show me this. Show me the Six of Cups. So I'm seeing him guarded with the Hermit. Show me this Ace of Pentacles. I just need one. I just need one. Giving me way too many cards. Queen of Swords reversed. So it's complicated. So all right, I have the Nine of Wands, which to me is showing up as he's guarded. Show me this Wheel of Fortune. The Four of Swords. So, all right, what I get from him, I do see a lot of thinking. A lot of thinking here. He has been thinking about you, but I'm seeing no movement. The Nine of Wands, again, it shows up like he's showing up as guarded. Then I have the Wheel of Fortune clarified by the Four of Swords. So it's almost like the wheel is not really turning. It's kind of stuck here. He's kind of resting. Just not making a move right now. He's in a state of like meditation. He is showing up as the King of Pentacles. Show me what's his focus right now. What is this? What is this? The Four of Pentacles. See, like holding back. So he's definitely holding back. He's definitely showing up as holding back, even though he is thinking about you. And I feel like, I don't know if you guys have spoken since the last time I read for you, but the Three of Cups is here, and it's like I feel like with the Six of Cups, with the Three of Cups being here next to the Six of Cups, it's almost like I want to reunite, but then the Hermit came out with the Six of Cups. I'm not making that move. So there's a lot of like, and so what I get is not guarded in the sense of like he's afraid of you, or like he's just like, I'm upset with her. I don't get that he's upset with you at all. I do get lighthearted energy, especially with the Six of Cups, but I feel like the guarded energy is more so I'm not making a move. Even though I am thinking about her, I would like to reconcile, at least speak. Because to me, the Three of Cups is like reconnecting in could be a friendly way. But he's holding back from that. And I got the Ace of Pentacles, which was clarified with the Queen of Swords reverse. So it's like he is, again, like he is withholding, making a move towards a new stable beginning. He knows that he has, I feel like he knows right now, like for a new beginning to happen, he has to make the move. Like he's definitely very aware of that, and he's choosing not to. And then when I asked why, I got the Five of Wands. Show me the Five of Wands with the Page of Pentacles. And the Queen of Pentacles reversed. See, it's like he wants to reconnect, but he wants to play it small. I feel like that's what it is. Like to me, the Page of Pentacles, like it's wanting to play it small rather than playing it big. So this is, I feel like, why he doesn't make a move, because he knows that like you're not gonna accept breadcrumbs. I just saw the Six of Cups, the Six of Pentacles try to come out. So it's like he's withholding from like possibly communicating or taking action because he wants to play it small, and he knows that you're not accepting that. Yeah, like the Eight of Wands reversed. So I see a lack of communication here, and like again, choosing to hold back, not because again, like he's not, like I want to be clear, he's not guarded because he, again, he has like feels like he needs to protect himself from you. That's not what I'm getting. It's more so I'm holding back because I know I don't have, or at least I'm not ready to offer what she wants. Um so I feel like that's what's happening right now because he knows, like, it's literally in his hands to make something happen here. So yeah, that's what I'm getting. You said I can't even be mad about that because I don't deserve breadcrumbs. Yeah, I agree. Let me just see something. I want to see something real quick. I want to see what comes out with it. Look, I have in this card, I have commitment. I want you to be a part of my future. So again, that gives me the energy of like, and overwhelmed. The stress from this is draining me because I feel like it's like he knows he's not ready for commitment, or at least it's like to establish some type of like exclusivity here. And I do feel like it stresses him out because to me he's like, I'm not ready right now, but give me like a year or so. I mean, I'm not used to it. I'm not saying that's the same exact timeline, but he's like, give me more time. But he knows that in giving more time and space, it's overwhelming to him because, you know, who's to say that you're gonna still be around? Yeah, that's what I'm getting. So that's what I have for you, love. I hope that was helpful. I'm gonna use the restroom, y'all. You're welcome. All right, I'll be right back. that. All right, Lucky, are you here? Okay. All right, let's see. Wait, what happened, Jess? Oh, you said welcome back, Hottie. Thank you. I'm like, wait, it's hot over there. It's fucking cold over here. It's fucking freezing over here, girl. It's like 30 degrees. Well, it's 41 degrees. Whoop de doo. All right, let's see. All right, what are Anne's thoughts about me now? Let's see. Girl, I know. I think it's gonna be like, no, I think we're done with like more there. But I think like tomorrow's gonna be like 60. But you know, fall 60 and spring 60 is different. I know Saturday was like 65. I woke up with my throat a little scratchy today, so I'll be taking some medicine later. What are Anne's thoughts about looking now? I ton of friends. The Page of Pentacles. The Magician. I feel like he's thinking about communicating. He's definitely thinking about communicating, extending an olive branch, maybe just seeing how you're doing. The Ten of Wands for me is like he's wanting to. I feel like because you guys haven't been speaking, he may have been feeling a little heaviness or burden. Um, and like I said, I feel like he's thinking about extending an olive branch. Um, Small communication is what I'm getting. Definitely small communication. Like he's like trying to think of like what to say. Um, Show me more. What are your thoughts? What are your thoughts right now? The King of Wands, yeah, he is definitely thinking about taking action. So I feel like with the King of Wands being here, the King of Wands is always really direct. Um, he's also communication. He's an action taker. So he is definitely thinking about taking action towards you right now. I feel like he's just kind of trying to figure out, like what should I say? Like he may be right now going back and forth with what to say. So it could be just something like, hey, what are you up to? Or like, hey, I'm sorry I didn't respond the last time. The Two of Pentacles reversed. Oh, show me. Show me the Two of Pentacles. With the King of Swords. See, yeah, to me this almost feels like coming in with direct communication, like straight to the point, not being too emotional either. Like just kind of just again, for me this feels like more being more logical, like, hey, how are you? Or like, I'm sorry I didn't respond sooner. How have you been? Because to me the Page of Pentacles is an apology. Um The Four of Pentacles with the King of Four of Pentacles reversed with the King of Pentacles reversed. See, I still feel like he's kind of holding back a little bit. So what I get is he's holding back emotionally. So again, to me this feels like he is right now his main thing is like getting communication going. So that's what I'm getting when it comes to like how what he's thinking, like his thoughts right now is more so how do I get communication going here without exposing myself emotionally. So this does not feel like it's going to be like an emotional um I want to say text. It could be any kind of communication, but yeah, he's like, how, I want to communicate with her. How do I do it without exposing emotions here? Anything else? Look, in the outcome, you have the Ace of Cups with the Six of Wands. So it's like, it's just, right now, what he's thinking is like, let me just keep communication going. The more emotional fulfilling stuff comes later down the road. So this is just like the start towards that emotional like offer is what I'm getting here. um let's see your second question. And now, is a woman or a man, just so I can make sure? A woman, okay. I thought it was, but I was like, because I felt feminine energy, but you never know. What are E's, what are Lucky's friend E's true feelings about her? Okay, the Five of Wands with the Queen of Swords. Do you guys clash? Do you guys tend to clash? Because I'm getting like clashing here. Maybe she feels like you. So the Queen of Swords in this deck, she also has her sword down. So I don't know if she feels like. Show me this. The Six of Wands. You know what I get? Oh my God. So you know what I'm getting here? Hold on. Clarify this Five of Wands for me. Clarify the Five of Wands. The Nine of Wands. I feel like she feels that you, like when you guys clash, you get a little guarded and you tend to be like you can be cutthroat. So almost like you win at all costs is what I'm getting. The Knight of Wands too is an energy that could be up and down. So like I said, it's like to me she feels like when you guys clash, it's like sometimes you can be cutthroat, but then there's other times where you're not. Even though you're kind of direct, you're not as cutthroat. Um, how does she feel? The Page of Pentacles, the Seven of Wands, and the Four of Swords. See, I feel like she sees you as someone that can be defensive. Like, there's challenges here for sure. I get challenges here, and I'm seeing like she may view you as like you get defensive easily. Um, and you may withdraw easily. Clarify this Four of Swords. For whatever, are you guys speaking? Because I'm trying to figure out why this is coming out. It's like very strong here. But see, with the Ten of Cups, it's like she still has love for you and she cares about you. And I think that she feels, like your family. So to me, I do feel like there's challenges here that she's acknowledging. She may see you as someone, again, like that can be very cutthroat with your words, and that there's challenges here in the friendship. Um, yeah, the Two of Cups reversed with the Chariot. So yeah, this for me feels like almost like um the Two of Cups reversed to me feels, it gives off like, I want to say siblings. When you're like, you're gonna fight with your but we're still always gonna be okay, right? Because that's what I'm getting with the Two of Cups reverse and the Chariot. It's like, yeah, we may clash, but we're always gonna be okay. Like that's still family, which is what I was getting with the Ten of Cups. So I feel like there's just, I think that this is like as truthful as a reading can get. Like there's flaws here, but there's also like good times, good moments. So like this is family. So I feel like she acknowledges it just as like a, she's my sister. So we're gonna have moments where we clash, and gonna have moments where things are good. Let me see. I'm visiting her family this weekend. We've come to a closeness that she does feel like that. Yeah, okay, that makes sense then. So yeah, that's what I'm getting. I don't get like bad feelings. I think she's just, this is how she views you as a person, not in a bad way, but she's like, yeah, she'll she'll cut your fucking head off if you play with her. So yeah. And thank you, Lucky Jess. You can go ahead and post. You're welcome. Mm-mm-mm. Yeah, I'm gonna have to take something from my throat because my throat feels scratchy. All right, got you, Jess. Give me 1 second. Girl, I went to sleep at like 4 o'clock, and I still was having a hard time falling. I was like after 4. All right, let's see what is coming towards Jess. It's already 3:14. What the fuck? I was like, I'm only gonna be on till like 2:30. What is coming towards Jess? All right, we got the 4 cups. The 6 of Pentacles. So I want to ask you quickly, are you right now in this energy where you're like, hold on, give me one more. Was it you who I got this for recently, where I was like, you're just gonna get tired of your own shit? Was it you? Maybe it wasn't you. But anyways, so I want to ask you if lately, or if you're currently in this energy where, if not, then this is where you're gonna be going. The 4 cups here is, again, is like this, like the cup is being handed, and the kid is just like, yeah, I'm not. They're not even looking at it. They're looking at the other three cups that are kind of full. Which in the other decks, like the cups come out in the opposite direction. So I feel like no, then it wasn't you. So I feel like this is kind of where you're gonna be heading, right? With the Four of Cups, the Six of Pentacles, the Five of Swords reverse, the Nine of Swords is clarified by the Three of Cups. You could be in this place right now where you're like, this has to do with your manifestations, where you're like, fuck the breadcrumbs, I want my shit. Like, you're gonna be in this, like, I'm not gonna be fucking moping around. Like, I'm done with that. I'm done with being stuck in my head. Like, for me, the Five of Swords reverse is all about, like, kind of like, to me, like, you're reconciling with your higher self. So you're like, fuck these breadcrumbs. Like, let me focus on the real shit. So, like, you know how I say, like, you could counter, like you can count, like, likes on your post or like likes on your story, but it's like that's not your manifestation, so why stay there, right? um Remember how I would show you all the time, just like on my phone, how his picture would show up in the corner? What's so funny, that I haven't even paid attention to that. And it's just been like whatever pictures, and then recently though his pictures have been coming up. And I'm like, okay, like I just been like, whatever. Like I'm not making a big deal out of it, because yeah, that's cool. I don't mind seeing that. Then whatever. But I'm not gonna keep giving it emphasis, because it ain't. It's not what the fuck I want. Like, I mean, you get what I'm saying. It's not the end goal. So I feel like that's where you're at. You're kind of just like, you're really kind of focused on your end goal. You're kind of just like, let me do what the fuck I have to do. Let me, because the Six of Pentacles is a equal give and take. What you put out, you receive. So I feel like you're like, okay, I've had enough time to maybe like, um have a pity party or be in my feelings, right? Feel my feelings. But you're like, yeah, I don't give a fuck about this little shit. Bring me my shit, like, right now. Or maybe that's where you need to be at. But I feel like that's, you're gonna be like, okay, that's cool, but I'm not impressed, kind of, right? So again, like I always say, like, yeah, we could count those little things as interactions. Cool, they're cool, but never unpack and stay there, because you're just gonna receive more of that. So I feel like that's where you're end. You're gonna be either, like I said, you're there now. Yes, Nat. Who the fuck is Nat? Or that's where you're gonna be at coming up. Okay. Um, I definitely see that happening for you. So let's see. Give me more. You're gonna definitely be more in a celebratory energy, like more. I hate to say it like this, but when I say this stuff. No, I don't see. I don't see it on here, or yeah, no, I don't see her comment nothing. Let me see. I went on my other accounts. She's not coming up. Anyways, let me go back to your reading. I don't want to interrupt your reading. The Queen of Wands is here. So again, we're entering a phase of confidence, a phase of, um, how do you say that? Like, okay, yeah, now I see it. So if you guys asked if the donation list is open, I did block that out because I want y'all to read. Um, Maybe that's why. Um, so the Queen of Wands. So you're gonna be entering your phase of being confident, of being like more in your power, is what I'm gonna say. Like I said, not in high. Like I don't want to say high vibes, like that toxic shit, but um, more so, yeah, like just feeling good, being more assertive. The Lover's card is here. Okay. Show me more. What's coming towards Jazz? With the King of Cups. Girl, whatever distance. All right, so this may be more. I want to say because you have the Queen of Wands, the Lovers, the King of Cups. So this is you guys, right? I'm gonna say, girl, mine are too. It's so funny. I'm gonna say that I feel like there's gonna be something that gives you reassurance. Like something is gonna, it's gonna either be internally or externally. Like you're gonna see, or I don't. Do you ever see like signs with him prior to, like, you know how I'll like think of something or like I'll say something and like it just happens? Like, do you ever get stuff like, you know, the stuff I was telling you the other day, or like, do you ever like see like signs? Like, if you don't, because I know some people don't, right? Um, then it's something, there's gonna be something that gives you reassurance that you're on the right path. Um, with the Three of Swords and the Ten of Swords being like the Three of Swords being clarified with the Ten of Swords, the ending of a tough cycle is over. That's it. Like that, you know, the tens are completions, and you have the Sun. So like I said, something positive after distance, after sadness is coming in. Positive news. So this could be again from like spiritually, like subconsciously, or physically. Something that again puts you in a place of like, okay, I'm back in motion. Um, show me. Look, the Empress is here. See, I see your energy shifting into a more, again, like positive energy. Like you're more in this, like, more upbeat is what I'm gonna say. So, but I feel like it's like you just kind of being like, all right, like enough is enough. Like I could sit here and, you know, keep dwelling or moping or whatever, or I could just literally start facing, you know, going forward, like change the energy basically. You have the Empress, the Eight of Wands, and the Nine of Cups. So I feel like overall, like anything that you've been working on with the Empress being here, you're showing up as the Empress. Anything you've been working on, like your manifestations in general, um, are coming in. So this could be through your Etsy shop, through through love, because I do feel like you're gonna get some type of reassurance here. Um, when it comes to him, and I feel like it's gonna be something big. Okay, that's what I'm saying. Like, I don't know if you get signs, but I feel like it's not gonna be a sign. It's gonna be something more direct. Um, there could be communication coming in for you. I also see like your Etsy shop like growing a lot more with the Eight of Wands, and this is also a card of like manifestations coming in really fast. So like it's almost like, how I could tell you right now, it's almost like Spirit's telling you get out of, if you're still in, you know, a funk, or if you're still kind of in, get out of it, because what's coming is like once you do, things are gonna just move faster. So it's almost like what I was, how I could call it right now, collapse time. Just collapse time. Keep collapsing it. Like keep collapsing it. Like as soon as like that those things come up, like be like, no, that's the fucking past. That the past is the past. We're onto something better. Like we're in a better place. Like whatever. Don't, you don't necessarily need to like maybe like revise your past, you know, situation, but maybe more so like when it comes up, be like, okay, like acknowledge it as if it happened, because maybe that's your, I know I'm that type of person, like needing to acknowledge it, but that because it gives me, I don't know, makes me feel like, I don't know, like I'm being seen, like I can see myself, but at the same time it's like things are so much better now. um you feel pretty good lately, yeah, and I feel like you're gonna be continue to go down that phase, because I see like more positivity coming up. The Nine of Cups is here, so you're definitely gonna feel a lot more contentment. This is a card of wishes coming true. This is a card of like, okay, I maybe not have my full 10 of cups, but I'm grateful for what's in front of me right now, and I'm gonna enjoy these moments, and I'm gonna enjoy these experiences, and because I know, what's coming is better. Like, so like I still have more coming, basically. Like, it's not just the end. It's not the end. There's more to come. The Eight of Cups is here. Let me get one more. You said never get signs with him, to be honest, other than like him posting on his story. When I think of it. Okay. Alright, cool. Oh, right. You're still following him. So tell him what to do sometimes. So, alright, with the Eight of Cups, I have the Death card and the Two of Swords. You're putting an end to... Because this is the deck that has the Eight of Cups where he's looking, behind his shoulders, looking back. You're putting an end to looking at the back, to indecision, to stagnant energy. Like, you're putting an end to it. Show me the Two of Swords. No, I'm not. Wait, you're not what? Telling him what to do? Wait, I forget. Or you're not following him anymore. Wait, I'm confused. Two of Swords. Show me the Two of Swords. Oh, you did? Oh, shit. Just said, oh, we could play that game. Oh, that's why you coming out as a fucking girl. That's why you're coming up as the Queen of Wands. Yo, that's why I was like, yo, your energy kind of really like shifted. Like that, like you have really good cards out here. Yo, that's crazy. Wait, so you have not been following him recently? I thought you were. Didn't you ask me a question about that the other day? Like, how would he feel if you didn't look at his story? Didn't you just ask me that? I'm so confused. Well, maybe that was like 2 weeks ago. 2 weeks ago, we were in last month. Show me the Two of Swords. Right, exactly. Okay, good. Okay, well, that kind of, I feel like that shifted your energy, girl. The Two of Swords, Knight of Pentacles, with the Six of Swords. Yeah, so you see is what I was saying. You're putting an end to stagnant energy. So, okay, so then, yeah, that was like a week or two ago. Yeah, that makes sense. So with the, like I was saying, with the Eight of Cups, the Death card, and the Two of Swords, you got also have the Knight of Pentacles, the Six of Swords. So you're kind of again letting go of any stagnant energy. You're gonna be able to, I feel like coming up is like you're gonna feel more in that energy where I said like you're gonna just be able to kind of like if the old shit comes up, you're like, nah, I'm not gonna dwell on it. Enough is enough, basically. Like I've had enough of that. Like dwelling, I've had enough of like feeling bad about it. I'm just gonna go and move into calmer waters. So I do see that coming up for you. I do see, like I said, a lot of progress and movement in your manifestations itself. Like you have the Knight of Swords, the High Priestess, and the Chariot. So this is almost like you're knowing um this is why I said like if something's gonna happen just where you're just gonna feel it when it comes to that specific manifestation, but also when it comes to like your shop, you're just gonna see a lot of orders coming in, a lot of like progress. You're showing up as more determined. You're in your power. um like with this Knight of Swords is a girl and she's just like fuck this, like I got my sword up, like let's go. And then the High Priestess, she knows like the power is within her, is within her subconscious mind. And then you have the Chariot, which is like I'm determined, I have the willpower, and yeah, we're not staying stuck. So that's what I'm seeing coming up for you. So yeah, whatever you've been doing is like, and I feel like I used to work time collapsing time, because I feel like whatever you've been doing, you're kind of like almost like you took a stance and you're like, yeah, this is not my story, so we're not gonna fucking do this. um is definitely what I'm getting here. So I feel like spirit is like almost like congratulating you for doing that, because I just think that you kind of just completely shifted things um for yourself. So I hope that was helpful, Jess. All right, Nat, you can post, and thank you, Jess. Damn, it's cold. My fingers are cold. Let me see, because I want to see what time it is. All right, let's see. So if it's a new connection, I wouldn't do the naked truth, to be honest. Nat. For me, the naked truth is good if you've had like a connection with the person, like there's been experiences. Like, how new is it? Let me just see, how new is it? I would do the new message. Like, I have a deck, a handwritten deck that's for new connections in general. 1 month. Yeah, you can just. Yeah, I feel like the naked truth to me is like you've had a relationship with that person. Yeah, like for me, the naked truth more is like you've had like history with the person. All right, let's see, what is messages from Antonio. Okay, what do you want to say to her? All right, so the first thing I got is, if you're looking for things to move super fast, I'm not the person for you. Okay, what do you want to say? I'm enjoying discovering new things about you. You feel like someone I'd actually want to build with. Okay. Someone said he feels right with you. Are you more of a night out or an early bird? Okay, so yeah, that goes with like getting to know you. What's your go-to comfort food? Your style says a lot without you having to, and I really like that about you. You listen in a way that makes me feel heard. To me, it feels like we just clicked. Okay. You're the type of person that makes me want to step up. Okay. I was not expecting to vibe with you this fast. And what's the most random fact about you? And then at the bottom you have let's just have fun for now. But it's not like have fun like I'm not being serious. It's just more so like let's just take it one day at a time. So that is what I have for you, Nat. Wait, Lucky, did you hear me? All right, so I was saying, Lucky, I already answered that question for you. When you're asking about what are N's intentions for deciding to reply now, like that was answered for you already. It's you're gonna get this. I mean, if you're wanting me to get more on that, then I can. But it was kind of straightforward. His intentions are to extend an olive branch, maybe not come in with an emotional offer, but is to lead towards that in the future. So yeah, like I'm not sure if like what if you're wanting me to act like get more on that or what, but I feel like that was kind of straightforward. It's kind of just the same question. It was answered in his thoughts, like what he was thinking about, which was yeah, like I said, extending an olive branch, maybe not coming in like with an emotional offer, but to eventually go, towards that in the near future. So I feel like that was kind of already answered. All right, and then so just think about it. I'm gonna go to your next question. Is Jay a male? Is this a friend? Who's Jay? Okay, what is Jay's true perception of? Give me a quick second here. Give me a quick second. I have to fix something here. All right, so let's see. Perception of her. The King of Pentacles, the Queen of Swords. I feel like he sees someone that's very stable, very practical. You're also very logical, very loyal, very honest, very open. Someone who's very consistent. Show me more. What's your perception of her? I feel like there's also, because the Lovers is here, so I just want to clarify. Is this the same person that you just got a reading from yesterday? Because I'm getting kind of like the same energy here. Like there's romantic interest, but he chooses not to pursue anything. So if it's not the same person, well, this is somebody else that's like this too. But if it is, then I'm literally getting the same exact energy. Like again, he views you as someone that's very stable, very grounded, very practical, someone who's very responsible, again, very logical, very loyal, very honest, very open, very direct. But then there's romantic interest here that but he won't, ever like. To me, with the Hermit being here, like for him, he's not gonna make a move on that. So the Lovers too is also a card where maybe he feels like, um, you guys share a lot of the same values, a lot of the same likes, literally, maybe even some experiences. He also sees you as someone that's very wise. Um, with the Hermit being there, and then the Temperance, someone that's very calm, very loving, very caring. Someone who, even if you guys do have some differences, you guys can like mesh well, is what I'm getting. And then the High Priestess is here, so definitely views you as someone who is very again, intelligent, very high power. Maybe he sees you as someone that's very spiritually spiritually gifted, spiritually he could also view you as someone that's guarded, because I have the Nine of Wands. So someone that kind of is like, I want to say still getting to know is what I'm getting. But with the Empress, I do feel like he values you and values the connection, the friendship. He does see your value. He has you like on a pedestal. So yeah, that's what I'm getting from him. All right, let's see. What else does she need to know about her friendship? Let me see. What else does she know about her friend? Let's see. What else does she need to know? I don't know if this is someone how long you guys have been friends, but I feel like Spirit saying like you don't, there's still things about her that you don't know. Like there's still things about her that you may be learning. Um, hmm, let me grab this side. Yeah, the Five of Cups, the Five of Pentacles, the Chariot. I feel like with the High Priestess and the Chariot, I want to say Spirit is saying like don't share everything with her. Like there's things that you should keep to yourself. Um, yeah, I would definitely say like be mindful of how much you share with her is the main like energy that I'm getting here. Like don't be such an open book. Yeah, the Two of Swords. See, like there's a lot of stuff about her that you don't know. And it's not that she's like gonna do anything bad to you, but more so like she could be someone that likes to gossip. So it's like if you tell her your business, like her her sister might know your business, or like her cousin, or like a friend of a friend might know your, like I feel like that's more so what it is. You're more grounded than her, and like you're being told with the High Priestess like trust your intuition. Don't be such an open book. You can share things with her, just don't tell her everything, because I think the only thing that I'm getting here is more so she's someone that just gossips a lot is what I'm getting. There's sides of her that you don't know. I feel like this is someone too that when you're on her good side, she could be the best of friend, but when if you get on her bad side, she could be like your worst enemy. um So just be mindful of that. Anything else? Yeah, like the Six of Pentacles. This for me feels like whatever you tell her, she's definitely sharing, she's the type of person that shares people's business. Anything else? Yeah, see, the Seven of Wands is coming out again. There's challenges in this friendship. So that's what I'm getting. It feels like like they're repeating kind of the same thing with different cards. Just being mindful of how much you share with her. Um. So yeah, that's what I have. All right, Jess, you can pose, and we can actually. And thank you, Lucky. I hope that gives you clarity. You can pose, and I'm gonna close out. I'm gonna close out because I'm gonna start getting dinner ready because I'm gonna work out today, and I got some little stuff to do. It's cold. Jess, are you here? FYI, pay readings are closed, y'all. That goes there. I'm done with Lucky. It's just you, Jess, and we're closed. I'm closed. Mm-mm-mm. Okay, let's see. Make sure you put closed, Jess. I don't want nobody else to donate. It's a sun. Let me put these back. I ordered this new deck that one of my friends uses, and it's called Mixed Emotions. Is it? So I'm gonna start using those for like feelings. When I do like when we're asking about how someone is feeling, because I've seen her use it with like the tarot, and yeah, it's real good. How did you feel about it? The Temperance. I can see now. I think there's a delay. The High Priestess. The Ten of Wands. I feel like he, you know what? I feel like he was expecting it. You may be behind, Jess. Are you caught up? You came back. All right. I didn't get started because once I noticed, can you? Are you here? Are we on point? All right. Cool. So I had just pulled the card. So I got the Temperance, the High Priestess, and the Ten of Wands. I feel like he kind of was expecting it to happen. Like he had a feeling it would happen. Yeah. To me, this was like he kind of knew it would eventually happen, right? Um, there's a knowing, there's a sense of like intuitively feeling it. He may have been surprised it took you as long as it did, maybe. With the Ten of Wands, it does cause him burden. It does cause a burden, or like at least when he noticed, he just felt heaviness. Um, Show me more on this Ten of Wands. Clarify the Ten of Wands. Yeah, look, the Nine of Swords with the Six of Wands. So there is a sense of restlessness at the same time with the Six of Wands. I think now he's kind of just looking ahead and trying not to stay stuck in that headspace too. So there was, yeah, the Queen of Pentacles, you're showing up as grounded to him. If anything, like I said, like it's kind of like him, you're valuing yourself is what he's saying. Like he understands why you did it. Like so it's almost like he's not upset or he's not feeling like bitter as to why you did it. He understands. The Page of Swords is here, and to me it kind of just pushes him more to want communication. um he is very curious about you right now. I feel like there's a curiosity. Show me this Page of Swords. Show me the Page of Swords. What is he curious about? The Queen of Swords, how you view him. Yeah, he's very curious about how you're viewing him. Like, what do you think of him? He's in his head. The Emperor came out with the Eight of Swords. It does have him in his head. I think even if on the outside he's trying to maintain control, I feel like internally is really hard. It's actually really hard because I feel like he feels like almost like, I don't know why this is coming up this way. Like he's unlocked a new character. So like you're the Queen of Pentacles, you're grounded, you're loving, you're very welcoming. Now, you're showing up as the Queen of Swords. And but it's like it does have him in his head, because I'm not gonna say that it doesn't, but at the same time, he's kind of like, with the Emperor showing up, it's like his maturity is letting is is kind of the one that's kind of directing the thoughts right now. So even though there may be a little bit of like that feeling down or like overthinking, it is a sense of, I'm doing it from a wise standpoint. Like I'm doing it from a wise standpoint, because I feel like, again, like he's acknowledging that, you know he's not gonna be mad at you for doing it. He's actually surprised it didn't you didn't do it sooner. Of course he didn't want that, but he respects it. Girl, yeah, I don't know why Spirit put it like that. Like he's like, fuck, okay. Because the Queen of Cups tried to come out, but she went back in. Yeah, like the Page of Wands. So this for me feels the Page of Wands with the Two of Wands, okay? And the Queen of Wands. This to me feels like now he's like, okay, I can't just come in. Like, I'm gonna have to really put some effort here, is what I'm getting. Like, yeah, with the Three of Wands. I think that there's planning, like with the King of Swords. There's more like planning of like needing to be more direct, because now he knows I have to be direct with her. I cannot just, you know, like a story or like comment on a post, like, or there the breadcrumbs are like he just can't serve that anymore, because he does not have access to breadcrumbs to be able to breadcrumb. So it kind of goes with that reading that we did of like what's coming towards you. So I feel like it's actually a good thing that's coming from this, because you're showing your assertiveness, that it's just like, cool, like, you got it, but I'm gonna stand on business too. And now you're gonna have to come towards me. So, and be direct if you want like access. So, yeah, I feel like that's what I'm getting from him. Yeah, I do feel like it has brought some stress to him. Obviously, like, he didn't want that, but at the same time, he kind of he's understanding of why you did it. So that's what I have for you, Jess. You're very welcome, and thank you for helping. I don't know 100% sure if I'm going to be back tonight, but we'll see. So I'll see you later. Bye.